How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, I'm back on some more politics. And I've been focusing on Trump. And the question that I asked the royal family, I wonder what's really getting under Trump's skin. Now, you know, Trump, I cannot pronounce this Korean guy's name to save my life, his last name. We're going to call him Kim. All right. Now, I'm safe there. I only want to go there with the other. I can't pronounce it. But anyway, we know a few months back that Trump went over to Korea and they had a dog and pony show. And basically, this country is pretty much telling the world, if you have nuclear arms, you need to just get rid of your nuclear power completely. Now, the issue with this country, and this country has many issues, why is this country always trying to dictate to other countries? Why? It would be foolish. You got your own country, and you got an unquote superpower. They got their shit, but they telling you to put your shit down. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to fully protect my country. So, is this what's really getting under Trump's skin? These Koreans? Because they've been watching them, and I've been watching this close too. And they're like, well, they don't seem like they taking down much of anything. You know, they got the drones flying over there. They got satellites and everything. They can look in other people's country. And these people ain't dumb. They're very aware that they are being watched too. See, that big brother thing is big, way more bigger than you would ever think, my royal family. But let's kind of go a little bit deeper, see what's really going on.
Came from Kim Yong-chol, the former head of North Korea's spy agency, once welcomed at the White House by President Trump. The letter warning denuclearization talks are, quote, again at stake and may fall apart, sources told CNN. A suggestion the regime could resume weapons activities.
I think we're back in a very tense moment. I think, frankly, that the declaration that was achieved back when the president and Chairman Kim met was probably vaguer than one would have hoped. Denuclearization doesn't mean the same thing to us that it means to them.
North Korea pressing for a full peace treaty, a concession the U.S. is not yet ready to grant. All of this leading the president to abruptly cancel U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo's fourth trip to Pyongyang hours before departure. So, is denuclearization in trouble? President Trump had high hopes just after the Singapore summit when he tweeted in June, there is no longer a nuclear threat from North Korea. But in August, I feel we are not making sufficient progress with respect to the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Today, a not-so-simple answer from Defense Secretary James Mattis when asked if he agrees with the president's original optimistic assessment.
The bottom line is there was progress made. The whole world saw that progress when the two leaders sat down. We also knew very clearly this was going to be a long and challenging effort.
We knew this was going to be a slow, tough process.
The reality so far, North Korea continues its weapons work at several nuclear sites, and getting them to give it all up and allow international inspections could be years away.
I think one of the problems is that this administration doesn't seem to want to remember history. This is the fifth time we've been in negotiations about nuclear weapons with North Korea, and the dance has been pretty much the same each time.
Ooh, you talking
Liberty
about
Mutual
messy?
accident forgiveness means they won't hike your rates up.
Ooh, that's some messy shit right there. See, my royal family. See, the problem with Trump is he don't go read and study shit. We know he don't know shit about politics, let alone foreign policy. Now, before you stepped your ass in there, you should have found out how they really get down. But no, you too busy thinking you superior and every other country is a shithole, and these people ain't nothing but some dumb gooks. Now, they gonna protect their country. They're not gonna destabilize their country for anyone. I know I wouldn't. Now, I know the shit is dangerous. Very, very dangerous. But against a superpower? Against a superpower. So let's go a little bit deeper. Now check this out. So, the U.S. is now worse off on North Korea than it was before the Trump-Kim summit, experts say. Okay, let's hear what he got to say. It's a little bit of a commercial in this.
Is this just the administration just kind of pushing the pause button, or are there larger disagreements? Do you think that could kind of start to unravel what we saw over in Singapore?
I think the cancellation itself is no big deal. The problems run deeper in that what Trump thinks Kim said in Singapore about denuclearization is not what Trump thinks he said. Trump thinks he said he's going to give up his nukes and then we'll work towards some kind of peace deal. But in Kim's mind, it's the end of the U.S.-South Korea alliance first, and then maybe he'll denuclearize, in which case the nukes have already served their purpose. So the problems run much deeper than any trip. And also maybe Trump is pulling some kind of stunt. Like, if you remember, in May, he canceled his June meeting with Kim only to put it back on again, thinking that North Korea would come groveling back to him. But you can only do that kind of stunt once or twice, which is why maybe it hasn't gotten as much attention as it did before. But the trip itself is no big deal.
Sean, you point to the disagreement in terms of how denuclearization is defined. I mean, this was something that we knew going into the summit. It didn't seem like, at least according to the statement, anything was really clarified. So my question is, you know, what's the starting point right now? Because it seems like if the U.S. defines it one way, North Korea defines it another way, we're really back at where we were before the summit actually happened.
Actually, we're worse off than we were before the summit happened, because in the meantime, China and Russia have alleviated sanctions pressure on North Korea, and we've also unilaterally canceled our military exercises with South Korea, with our own president even labeling these exercises provocative, which certainly unnerved Japan. So I would say we're actually worse off than where we were. I think we should go back to full-on sanctions and finally, once and for all, sanction the mainland Chinese banks and entities enabling North Korea. And I think that when Trump let ZTE off the hook, the Chinese telecom firm that was guilty of helping North Korea and Iran, he showed China that we're not serious about going after them on this issue. So in many ways, we're worse off than we were in June.
Well, not a good look at all. So, the question again that I asked the royal family, why is Trump all up in his feelings? Well, when I played the first video, he was real quick to jump up and say, you know, this is all squashed. All the drama is squashed. I never felt that at all, because I know how these people get down. I know how they really get down. Now, I'm not going to claim that I know foreign policy 100%, but when I follow something, I follow something. I don't know it all in detail. But if you're holding that position in this country, you're the leader in this country, your ass need to be an expert in foreign policy, and you need to know these people history very well and how they really get down. You got to see how they really treat their people. See, this country, what these people know about this country, they know how this country treat their people. This is the unquote shithole. This was nothing more than a dog and pony show. And who ended up being the dog in the pony show? Trump. So Kim made him look like a fool. So he up in his feelings about that. He up in his feelings about many, many things. Full of drama. A warmongerer. You don't want no peace. You're hateful. If it ain't this, it's that. You're watching everything. Trying to keep up with the NFL. Shit that ain't even none of your motherfucking business. I smell a war coming, my royal family. Oh yeah, they said it would be rumors of war, but I smell a war coming. And this country, around the globe, look weak because we have an unstable leader that worry about the most trivial things on the planet. You know, you worry about Google, you worry about YouTube. Silly. This country is nothing more than a laughing stock. But it's no reflection on us, my royal family, because we have to continue to what we need to do in this captivity. So anyway, my royal family, I have pretty much rendered my voice. So render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.